Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Springfield Fire Department's almost spring promotional ceremony. At this time, please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, be seated. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody who took time out of their days today to join us and celebrate the hard work of our people that are getting ready to take on some new positions and responsibilities. This is an important day for many of us here, one where we, as a brother and sisterhood, recognize as a rite of passage and also as a necessity to keep those we protect safe. We gather to acknowledge the accomplishments of 3 of our members who are taking on new roles and more responsibility within our department. I'd like to thank Mayor Langfelder, retired Fire Chief Alan Riney, members of the press, and others for attending today to help us honor those members that deserve our recognition. I also want to thank the department members, retirees, friends, and family members who are in attendance as well. People outside the fire service sometimes don't understand the sacrifices that our firefighters' families also make during this process of self and organizational improvement. Whether it's time spent on preparing for the Firefighter 3 exam to become a driver engineer, taking classes to receive your merit points for the captain's exams, attending schools at IFSI or the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg to hone your skills and tactics for when that promotion comes and people are looking for you to lead them. Firefighter families give up time spent with our people as we as an organization would like to acknowledge you and thank you for it. The willingness of the people in this room to allow our people to make themselves better at what they do personally makes my job easier and the lives of those that we serve better. The time commitment involved is oftentimes substantial, and ours is a very competitive process. Many times one question can decide between those who will and those who will not make it to the next rank of our department. At this time, I would like to allow Mayor Jim Langfelder an opportunity to address us. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for your leadership, especially in the times we're in. I'd like to acknowledge former Chief Alan Riney. We really appreciate what you've done, especially through the pandemic. For those of you that don't know, it's all about commitment, and Chief Riney really exemplified it, as does Chief Blau and previous chiefs during the pandemic. When it came to Springfield, there's a lot of, people anticipating what's happening around our country coming this way, like a wave. And Chief Riney is the one that took the reins, brought the hospitals together, public health together, our city departments together, and he led that initiative on behalf of the city of Springfield, as well as the fire department. We can't thank you enough for ushering us through that pandemic, so thank you, Chief. And that's what it's all about, is a commitment, and we really appreciate those coming into the leadership phase of commitment of the Springfield Fire Department. We're a Class 1 fire department, and we intend to keep that and move forward in a direction past the pandemic. And with regards to what Chief Blau said, it is about a brotherhood. It's about a sisterhood. My brother was a firefighter, and he'll always remain that way. And you have that connection. It's like a family. I have a large family, and that's what the fire department is. It's, you argue sometimes, you get along sometimes, but most importantly, you do not lose sight of what's important, and that's providing the best possible service to protect others. And that's what we can't thank you enough, each and everyone here and those beyond these walls, that makes Springfield a better place. Because in the end, it's not about us, it's about what we do for our children. And it's nice that we have the young people here with us to celebrate and understand what the commitment their parents or their parent is making, but the support they're receiving not only from the family, not only from their friends, but as importantly from the City Council, myself, and the city to make us the best that we can be in each and every day so we can make our community the best it can be. So we really appreciate your willingness to take that leadership role. You are standing on the shoulders just like Chief Riney did for those before him. Chief Blau does that. You're going to step on, provide that leadership for the young people within the department and take on those reins to move it to the new level of fire safety, and we can't thank you enough for doing that. So we appreciate that role that you're serving us and making our community better and the fire department better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I usually give a brief history of the fire service at this point in the ceremony. Some of you have heard this before. Some of you may have even written most of it. But I think it allows our guests to understand our profession a little bit better, particularly where some of our traditions and our symbolism come from, and why those are still important to those of us in the fire service today. For hundreds of years, the fire service has built a rich history. In the 2nd century, Rome started the very first full-time fire brigade. In the early 1700s, this tradition was carried on in Paris during King Louis XIV's reign with the employment of some of the world's first pumpers. Later, French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, who was credited with the first modern fire brigade. Bonaparte ordered a division of the French army to provide fire protection for Paris during the Napoleonic Wars with 30 powerful manual fire pumps. At about the same time in the United States, the first full-time fire department was established in Philadelphia in 1736 by Benjamin Franklin. It was officially called the Union Fire Company. Finally, the creation of the first modern full-time fire department was formed on April 1st, 1853 in Cincinnati, Ohio. This organization featured the first professional fire department made up of 100% full-time employees. It is generally accepted that the modern-day rank and structure of the fire department can be traced back to the Civil War, where many of the influences to this structure occurred. The insignias in their meeting are universal firefighters, but generally, the public knows little of their significance. The rank and insignia is made up from the traditional fire service icon, the bugle. The bugle has significant importance in the fire service. In the early days of the North American fire departments, orders were given on the fire grounds to troops by officers through the use of a large brass device that resembles a megaphone. These very ornate brass horns were commonly called bugles or speaking trumpets. It is commonly known that the person with the bugle hanging from his neck or shoulder was easily identified as the person who was in charge. Officers came to be identified with these objects, so a small pin in the shape of a bugle became the type of rank insignia for officers to be worn on the collar, hat, and helmet of the uniform. The more bugles on the collar, the higher the rank. This is an icon that is still used today, one that we will be placing on our people who are being promoted today. The tradition goes back through decades of fire service, and today, current personnel continue to utilize it and recognize its significance. The number of bugles represents the number of people in an officer's charge. Driver engineers have one bugle, as they usually supervise just the firefighters. Captains have two, as they generally supervise a crew of two. No promotion can be complete without the pinning of the bugles. This is a significant part of the promotional process, since the bugle is the symbol of authority. These unique symbols to the fire service are representative to the duty, pride, and tradition, which are important principles that we strive to pass along to each generation of firefighters. It is adorned on the collar and on the badge of all officers. As our people are pinned with the symbol of their new position and responsibility, it is an opportune time to take a moment to recognize this rich history and tradition that goes along with the distinct responsibility of this rank. Today, we are promoting 2 members to the rank of captain and 1 to the rank of deputy division chief. Casey Adams and Ben Munstock are being promoted to the rank of captain. Please come forward at this time. Captain ranks above a driver engineer and below a battalion chief. A captain is in charge of a specific fire station or a specific fire company. Captain is in charge of maintaining the station, ensuring that the crew is ready to respond, checking out the apparatus, and overseeing its readiness. The crew looks to the captain for leadership and guidance in both extreme life-threatening circumstances and during those downtime of training and professional development. Captain sets the overall attitude of the crew in relationship to the department and the general public. The captain's most important duty is providing appropriate leadership to his or her crew and sending them home to their family at the end of each shift. Being promoted to the position of captain is an accomplishment that requires rigorous promotional testing process that challenges each and every applicant to prove their knowledge as well as to test the applicant's understanding of the position. You will also fill the role of battalion chief in his absence. Casey Adams. Driver engineer Casey Adams is being promoted to captain. Casey has been a member of the Springfield Fire Department for 15 years. He has also served on the Scott Air Force Base and Peoria National Guard Fire Departments. He has served this great country for 22 years with 4 years active duty in the Navy, 10 in the Air National Guard, and 8 in the Air Force Reserves. Casey has an associate's degree in fire science and has served on the Springfield Fire Department hazmat team for 2 years. He is married to his wife, Becky, and they have 3 children, Kaylin, Madeline, and Nora. Casey is the son of late Rick Adams. Becky will be pinning Captain Adams today. Come on up, Becky. Benjamin Munstock. Driver engineer Benjamin Munstock is being promoted to captain. Ben started his fire service career with the Murfreesboro Fire Department from 2001 until 2010. He has been with the SFD for 13 years. Ben is a graduate of Southeast High School and John A. Logan Community College. He is married to his wife, Lindsay, and they have 3 children, Miles, Hutch, and Tripp. Ben is the son of Kurt and Marcia Munstock. Miles, Hutch, and Tripp will be pinning their dad today. Come on up, guys. Good try. Dad, you're promoted again. Twice in one day. Thanks, guys. You can be seated. Today we are promoting Matt Wood to the rank of Deputy Division Chief. Please come forward, Matt. The rank of Deputy Division Chief is the first step into the Fire Department administration. Deputy Chiefs set the direction of the future of the Fire Department within the division that they serve. In Division I operations, you're expected to coordinate both battalions on all 3 shifts into one fire department in a standard way to operate and respond to emergencies. This position ensures that everyone follows the policies within the fire department, and deputy division chiefs help shape those policies and determine what equipment or tools are needed and work best for our members to be successful in the field. Sometimes all you can do is react to a problem and fix it. It requires sharp decision making. This position literally keeps the department running smoothly in coordination with the battalion chiefs. Besides the above, you are the first contact between the members of the line and the staff. While keeping the division running, responsibilities also include finding time to plan out operations for the next 6 to 12 months as well as 5 to 10 years. Keep a notebook by your bed for those 3 a.m. ideas that we wake you up out of a dead sleep. Captain Matt Wood is being promoted to Deputy Division Chief. Matt began his career in the fire service in 1996, the 1900s. Wow, that's impressive. In Godfrey, Illinois. He was then hired by the Springfield, Missouri Fire Department until 2003 when he came to Springfield, Illinois Fire Department. He has served on the SFD's hazmat team, technical rescue team, dive, and sonar teams. Matt has been a SFD recruit liaison and instructor. Matt has an associate's degree in fire science from Lincoln Land Community College and is currently enrolled in SIUC in the Public Safety Management Program. Matt has 2 children, Gabrielle and Spencer. He is son of late Paul Wood and Sharon Wood. Retired SFD Chief Alan Riney will be pinning Deputy Division Chief Wood's collar brass on, and retired Battalion Chief Keith Rigdon will be pinning on his badge. Please join me in congratulating all of our new Springfield Fire Department officers. This concludes our promotional ceremony today. I would like to thank everyone again for their attendance, to recognize Casey, Ben, and Matt on their recent accomplishment and their new roles. We expect great things out of each one of them. Thanks again, and enjoy the day. At this time, if everybody wants to come up and get pictures, we will have the AV department here in about 5 minutes, and they can take some family photos up front. I didn't get a chance to shake either one of your hands either, so you'll get that to hang on your wall. Other than that, I appreciate everybody coming out, and we expect good things. Thank you.